Hi everyone, my name is Nicola White. I am a licensed Thames mudlark with a creative permit issued by the Port of London Authority. Today I am out and about mudlarking on the River Thames. Come along with me and let's see what we're going to find. I've just started to excavate what looks like a bottle here, so I thought I'd bring you along with me. And let's see if it's in one piece and what kind of bottle it is. It could be a little pharmacy bottle or something. Let's... Oh yeah, it is in one piece. It's one of those tablespoons bottles and it's in one piece. Not one single chip on it. Oh, actually no, that's not true. There's a tiny chip down there. There we go. Down here I can see one of our favourite kinds of treasures, and it's in one piece. And not only that, it looks as if it has some kind of design on it. Yeah, do you know what? I think it's a Masonic pipe bowl. Let's have a look. Yes, it is a really nice one. I recognise some of those designs. It might have the all-seeing eye on there. Yeah, at the front, just there. See it? And some other Masonic symbols. Maybe also, whoops. Oh, excuse me, what was that? Yeah, as I was saying, maybe also some initials on the heel. I've just seen something really lovely down here in terms of pottery. Look at this. Now I think, I'm not certain, but I think this is something called ware or something like that. Oh, it's a bit broken. Let's see if I can get the rest of that. Oh, it is a bit broken. Maybe I can stick it together. But yes, see that green colour there? The yellow, that brown. Yeah, I believe it is ware or something very similar. That is a lovely chunk. Or at least it will be when I stick it together. I'll double check the name when I get home. That is. Oh, but what have we got here? A big fat bullet. Not the usual 303, a bit older, I believe. I have seen a rounded edge sticking out here, just there. Can you see it? Just here. Some kind of coin, maybe? Or a token? Let's have a look. See it there? Oh, it's not. It's a key. Oh, that fooled me. What a tease. A little key. Now, I've just seen something down here which looks like the handle of something. Initially I thought a knife, but it looks a little bit more plasticky maybe Bakelite, just here, but it's definitely got something on it. Now, could it be a toothbrush? Let's take a look. You know what? It absolutely is or was a toothbrush, and it still has bristles. Ooh, it's got a name on it, which is kind of fun. We might be able to find the shop where it was sold or who made it, and it looks like Dr. West's Miracle something. Well, it's exciting, isn't it? Let's go and give this a rinse off. Always nice to find something miraculous. Talking of teeth, I just went and had a filling yesterday, and oh, it was so painful. It really was, it really was. It took me by surprise. Okay. Yeah, you know what, there's quite a little bit of information on here. There's quite a lot for us to look at. So, it would be funny if there was actually the name of a person on there, wouldn't it? I can see something like Tucker. Maybe it's... Oh yes, look, L. Tucker. This could be, or it once was, L. Tucker's toothbrush. Oh, isn't that amazing? L. Tucker. Oh. And then it's got Doctor, somebody or other, something or other. Professional Dr. West's something. I can't wait to get home and see what that is, but judging by my hand, it might not be a toothbrush, but something to clean your shoes. I'm really proud of myself. I have just spotted the tiniest little yellow bead. It's just here. Really tiny. Just look at that. Let's see if I can find a little pin to put it on. Is that a pin? Yes, we're in luck. Look, a tiny little pin. Right, let's catch it on the pin. And yeah, there we are, look. Tiny pin and a tiny bead. Tiny bead on a tiny pin. I'm having a lot of fun today searching a little higher up the foreshore than usual because actually it's quite a high low tide. But I have to say, I have found some of my best things ever really a lot higher up the foreshore. It's not always on the lowest tides that you find the best things. So today's a good challenge actually to see what I can find a little higher up the beach. Oh, I'm doing pretty well so far. See what I've seen here, look. I've seen the end of a clay pipe and you can even see the very end, so wouldn't it be amazing if it was completely intact and there's nothing coming out there when I pull on it, so we've got a good chance of that being a whole pipe. So let's see, will it be decorated, will it be plain? Oh, the suspense. The suspense. Let's see, I think I can just... thought it was just going to come out easily then. Bringing it out of its muddy home where it's been for so long. Come on, out you come. Doesn't want to come out, this one. Can you blame it? Can you blame it? The last time this pipe was in somebody's pocket or in somebody's mouth, the world was a very different place. Oh, look at that, a perfect, intact 19th century pipe. There's no design on it, but it's really lovely because it's completely in one piece, and it always amazes me that after all the people walking along this mud and after all these years, hundreds of years, still in one piece, just like it was when it was made. I don't think there's a maker on there either. Oh, that is beautiful. Again, that's going to be mid to late 19th century. Welcome to the world, pipe. Welcome to the world. Now, I've seen what could be a coin down here. Can you see it just down there? Let's have a look. Just here. I wonder if it's a modern one. Oh, it's very, very thin. It is wafer thin. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to find out what that was. But at some point it was in somebody's pocket and no doubt used to buy something. But now it's almost like it's almost dissolved. Now, what have we got down here? I'm looking at that. Is it part of a bottle? It could be. It could be part of a bottle, you know. And is it going to be whole if it is a bottle? Yeah, I think it's a bottle. It's exciting, isn't it? Let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh, that is whole. I wonder if it's got anything on it. Yes, it has. It might be a sauce bottle or something. What is it? Oh yeah, it's chicory. It's that yeah, SS coffee, chicory. Oh, it's nice though. I shall take that. Let's go and give it a rinse. A rinse. What's this? That is a round thing. Oh, that's nice. That Edinburgh coffee chicory. What's the make? I don't think I've seen one of these actually. It's incredible, isn't it, how the mud just keeps these in such good condition. Symington and Co. Excellent. Into the bag it goes. Right, so something shiny has caught my eye down here. A really nice little glimpse of something iridescent. See it down there? I hardly dare hope that it might be in one piece. Right, let's have a look. First of all though, oh, well, if it is, it's got something on it. Oh, what could it be? What could it be? Judging by those lines there, it could be one of those tablespoon bottles, couldn't it? But look at that beautiful colour. That lovely iridescence. Okay, let's have the big reveal. Let's have the big reveal. Okay. Will it be whole? Oh my goodness. So that's interesting, isn't it? Lines all down there. Oh, look. Look, it is going to be whole. It's been lying there in its muddy bed for a long time. Oh, is that a break? Yeah, actually it is broken. Oh no, it's not. No, no, no. That's just the bottom of it. Now, is it going to be one of those teaspoon or tablespoon bottles? Look at that. Oh, out you come. Well, there's actually nothing on it apart from those lines, but it's such a beautiful colour. Look at that bottle-shaped hole. That is a lovely colour, and it's been in there for a long time. Almost 200 years, I should think. Lovely. Get that home and give it a wash and hopefully preserve that lovely iridescence. Oh look, looks like another button there. What's this one? Oh, that's definitely got a maker on it. Oh, that's a nice one. Okay, pop that in the bag. Let's see if there's anything else along here. I've just caught sight of a bullet here. Looks like a fairly old one. Older than the usual 303 anyway. Ooh, now, I think that could be a padlock down there. Can you see what I'm looking at? Just here, look. Now, I could be wrong. It does happen from time to time. But that does look like the outline of a padlock. Now, the question is, will I be able to get it out? Or will it be well and truly fused into the foreshore? Let's take a look. Oh, I can, you know. I can. Let's have a look at this. Oh, yes. That is a padlock. And it's been a while since I've found a padlock, but what I love about them is sometimes you get a name on the front of them, and you can then find out a lot more about them. Look, this mud is going to come off so easily in a little. There. Wow, that is perfect. What a beautiful padlock, and what a delightful treat. Now the question is, will there be a name on it? I will give it a little rinse in the water, but we might not be able to see until I get back home. There's a boat coming, so we're going to have a bit of wake. Right, okay. It looks in pretty good condition compared to some of the padlocks that I've found. Right, the wake's going to be coming any moment now. Oh, I hope it's got a name. Oh, I can see something on there, I think. Oh, I could be imagining things. It could be wishful thinking. It could be wishful thinking. It could be. Right, ready for... Oh no, there is. There's definitely... Oh dear. You've got to watch this weight, you know. It can take you unawares. There is definitely a name on there, and I think we're going to be able to read it pretty easily. Wow, such good condition as well. Now, what does that say? Oh, something lighterage. Excellent. We'll have something to look up there. Brilliant. Woo! I really wasn't expecting to find that today. What is this? What is this down here? Oh, it has a number on it. 170. It's quite nice, isn't it? One of those mystery finds that was obviously quite important at some point, no doubt. Now something has caught my eye just down here. I don't know if it is anything yet. We'll soon find out. It's just here, look. So I'm looking at this, and I think, yeah, it's definitely a pipe bowl. Whether it's going to be part of a pipe bowl or a whole one, we'll soon find out. But it also looks like it could be an RAOB pipe, because I can see the telltale buffalo horn sweeping up there around the side of the bowl. So the question is, how much of it is there? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. And will it be one that has a whole snout or not? Oh, I think I can feel a snout there. I could be imagining things. Oh, here we go. Oh no, I was imagining things. Yeah, I was right. It is a Royal Antediluvian Order of Buffaloes pipe. You can see that RAOB. Sometimes they have a lovely little nose on them, and other pipe makers leave that off. So this one's just got the horns and the RAOB, the Royal Antediluvian Order of Buffaloes, a fraternal order which was founded in about 1820. And I have a little collection of these. Hi everyone, thank you very much indeed for watching my video. Welcome to my studio, where you'll see that I'm surrounded by some of the objects that I've collected over the years along the River Thames and along other rivers and in fields and other places, objects which I love very much and which I love being surrounded by. And I'm very much looking forward to talking to you for a little while about some of the objects that you saw me find today on this video whilst mudlarking along the River Thames. But first of all, I just want to check in with you and find out how you're doing. I hope that wherever you're watching from, that you are well and that all is well in your world. But of course, that's not always the case. And if things aren't going very well, I really hope that they soon will be. So let's have a look at some of the items that I have here in front of me. And I'm going to start with what has to be my favourite, and it's this toothbrush. Now, who would have thought that a toothbrush could be so absolutely captivating? I have been down a real toothbrush rabbit hole, and it's taken me on a very, very interesting voyage. I've learned all about the invention of nylon and the first nylon bristles on a toothbrush. But first of all, let's take a closer look at the toothbrush. It is indeed a very special toothbrush for many reasons, which you are about to discover. But this is a toothbrush from Dr. West's Miracle Tuft, or rather it's called Dr. West's Miracle Tuft, and it's from the USA, and it was launched in 1938, and it has nylon bristles, and that's one of the things that's very special about it. Now, on the other side, what makes it even more special is that the owner, or the previous owner of Dr. West's Miracle Tuft toothbrush, this one, was an L. Tucker. And L. Tucker obviously wanted to make sure that everybody knew that this was her toothbrush or his toothbrush, and put their name very clearly on the back of it. So we've got L. Tucker. So of course I looked up L. Tucker on Ancestry to see if I could find any L. Tuckers that may have lived in the Greenwich area in the 1930s, 1940s, that kind of time. And indeed, unsurprisingly, there were quite a few L. Tuckers. But I choose to believe that this toothbrush belonged to Lillian Ethel Tucker, who was born in 1920 in Greenwich. And so in about 1938, when this toothbrush was launched, she would have been 18. So let's say she lost this toothbrush in the early 1940s. And we'll talk about how she could have lost it later on. But first of all, back to the whole thing about why I ended up finding out about nylon. Well, did you know that nylon was invented in about 1935 by DuPont Manufacturing Company in the USA, and the first time that nylon was used commercially was in the bristles of a toothbrush, but not any toothbrush, in the bristles of Dr. West's Miracle Tuft toothbrush. Isn't that incredible? Dr. West's Miracle Tuft toothbrush was the first toothbrush, the first object to have incorporated into it nylon. I found that absolutely so very, very interesting. Before even nylon tights, which came out a couple of years later. So 1938, the first commercial use of nylon was in this toothbrush. And so DuPont, their advertising slogan was better things for better living through chemistry. And they invented quite a lot of different synthetic types of plastic, including nylon. And I came across a little advertising campaign on the internet, which I'm going to play to you now. But also just wanted to mention that during the course of my research of toothbrushes, I also realised that I have rather a lot of toothbrushes here. I could even start a little toothbrush shop. And most of the ones that I've got, these ones here, are actually the old bone and wooden toothbrushes. I think most of these are all bone, actually. And these ones would have had bristles in, not made of nylon, of course, but made of boar's hair or horse hair, animal hair. So one of the good things about having nylon bristles on your toothbrush is that they're a lot more hygienic. So let's get back to this and the nylon bristles, and let's go and take a look at this advert for DuPont and their manufacture of nylon and other plastic synthetic fibres, and see what a difference it made to families.
Willard, are you in the parlor? I told you time and again, stay out of this room.
Yes, Mother.
Time was, the parlor was a very special place. More a room for things than for people. The door was closed to keep the children out. The blinds were drawn to keep sunlight from fading the draperies. The windows were shut to keep out dust. The materials soiled easily. Cleaning was a problem. But now, look what's happened to the parlor. It's become a living room in the true sense of the word, a room for the whole family. But of course, there are a lot of things responsible for the change, and the changes are apparent in many ways. Take the fabrics, for instance. The fibers they're made from didn't exist in the days of the old family parlor. But ever since chemists developed them, they've been doing a lot to change our way of living. Say, didn't you just wash those curtains this morning?
Yes, but they're made with dacron. That's why they dry so quickly. And I almost never iron them.
Remember how your mother used to stretch her curtains?
Indeed I do. And what a job.
Mother, great good, great juice.
Oh, pretty.
Gee, Mom, I'm sorry.
It's lucky for you, young man, that the rug is made from nylon, and the stain will come out easily. Now go and get a sponge and some soap and water.
Yes, Mother.
Young lady, if my mother had seen me with my feet on soap.
But Dad, times have changed.
Well, good manners have. Father's right. But fortunately, this sofa, upholstered with a fabric made of nylon, will take plenty of hard wear. It will clean just as easily as this nylon rug. When the spot is dry, no one would ever know anything had been spilled. The curtains made of dacron polyester fiber will resist the effect of sunlight and stay crisp-looking longer. Now, of course, the parlor hasn't changed into a room for living just because DuPont chemists developed their man-made fibers. But these new fibers have played a part in changing many of the things that we wear and use. And that's because chemists and engineers have created fibers with brand new advantages that contribute to your better living. Day after day, in DuPont laboratories, research goes on to find ways to add still more improvements to these man-made fibers so that they will serve you even better. These fibers for modern living: rayon, acetates, nylon, Orlon acrylic fiber, and dacron polyester fiber are among DuPont's better things for better living through chemistry.
What a difference nylon and synthetic fibres have made to our world. Of course, there are lots of benefits. The downside to it is that these plastic fibres and nylon actually take years and years and years to break down. So environmentally, not brilliant. But of course, they have brought a lot of positive things too, especially toothbrush bristles, because I don't know about you, but I don't really like the idea of brushing my teeth with boar's hair or horse hair. But anyway, Elle Tucker, or shall we say Lillian Ethel Tucker, how did she lose her toothbrush? How did it end up down on the banks of the River Thames? Well, I'm going to ask for your theories shortly, but I was, again, looking on the internet, came across a photograph of a Dr. West's miracle tuft. I keep forgetting the name, it's quite a mouthful. And I came across a photograph of one on the website of the Museum of Design in Plastics in the UK. And they say that they believe that this toothbrush, Dr. West's Miracle Tuft toothbrush, was gifted to somebody living in Britain during the war by an American GI. So this, of course, adds a whole romantic slant to how this toothbrush was lost. And of course, my imagination now is starting to conjure up stories of Lillian Ethel and the American GI that she fell in love with sitting on the Thames foreshore at Greenwich. And the American GI has thought, what can I give Lillian to show her that I absolutely love her? And he presents her with his prized Dr. West's Miracle Tuft toothbrush. And she is just so delighted. And he scratches her name on it. And she is just absolutely thrilled. And they're sitting there looking out over the River Thames, sitting on the Greenwich foreshore, having a kiss, a little hug, and then the worst thing happens. The toothbrush, somehow or other, ends up falling out of Lillian's handbag or her pocket, and it ends up getting lost amongst the mud and the pebbles on the Thames foreshore. And then years and years later, 80 or so years later, I come along and find it. And I wonder if Lillian shed many a tear after losing that toothbrush. So I'm going to throw a challenge out there for you. I'm going to ask you to come up with the wildest theories as to how Lillian Ethel Tucker lost her toothbrush and it ended up on the Thames foreshore. I want to read your theories, your ideas as to how it was lost. Please do put down your thoughts in the comments below. I will read each and every one of them, and I'm sure that a lot of people will get a lot of pleasure reading everybody's wild theories of how this toothbrush was lost. But on a more serious note though, it just goes to show that you can find something like this and it looks like a load of old rubbish, but it's actually a really fascinating piece of history through which I have learned about the invention of nylon, the first nylon bristles on a toothbrush, and how that is the first time that nylon was used. And of course, it's gone on to make a huge difference in people's lives. We can let people in the living room. Right, that's it for the toothbrush. And so I'm just going to talk to you about a couple of other things. This padlock here, I always enjoy finding padlocks. And this one is stamped with the name W.M. and A. Quiney of London. And that refers to William Matthew Quiney and his brother Alfred. And they had a nail making business in Rotherhithe in 1865. And they were also iron and steel merchants. And they actually were in business until about 1910. And yeah, one of the reasons I love finding these padlocks is that often there are names on them. And so they really can unlock some stories from the past. And now for this tiny little button here, and it's so true that little objects can tell big stories. And this one is great. So on it is marked F&H Newcomb of Chatham. Now they were originally military and naval outfitters, and they were founded in 1834 based in Chatham. But the most interesting thing that I found out about F&H Newcomb is that they actually dressed Charles Dickens, and they have on their archives a few letters from Charles Dickens ordering coats. And actually they were in business for about 183 years, I think, founded in 1834, and they didn't shut until 2022. So they went on for a very long time and they were a big part of Chatham. That is it for the objects I'm going to tell you about, although you might be interested to know that the little coin I found, the very wafer thin coin here, is so wafer thin that there's nothing on it at all. Sadly, I can't see who was on this coin. It's probably Queen Victoria, but it's so very, very thin. It's obviously just been washing around in the river for a very, very, very long time. I just wanted to finish with a couple of things that are dear to my heart and closely related. Yesterday was Friday the 10th of October, World Mental Health Day, a day on which we focus on the importance of our mental health and well-being, the importance of looking after our mental health, and the importance of not being ashamed of reaching out to somebody if we're feeling anxious or depressed, or if we're suffering from any other mental health issues. And of course, it's not just on World Mental Health Day that we should be focusing on that. We should be focusing on that every day of the year. But there is this one day which is good for just bringing a greater awareness of mental health issues to the whole world. Now, today, on Saturday the 11th of October, it would have been my brother Matthew's birthday. Now, my brother Matthew, absolutely a wonderful guy, just 18 months younger than me. He suffered from depression. He suffered with his mental health a lot. And sadly, he lost his battle with depression in 1997 and he took his own life. I wonder if back then, if there had been slightly more awareness and focus on mental health then, whether he might still be here today. I don't know. But today, on his birthday, I just wanted to think about him and lift him up and just say thank you for being my brother, Matthew. And just saying a few words about him. You know, he was an amazing guy. He was so creative. He was a musician. He gave so much joy to many people. And I would just want to say to everybody, if you're suffering with any form of mental health issue, do talk to somebody. Do reach out. Even put some comments here and you'll find that somebody will come along and lift you up. It's something that's just so very important. And you know what? Just be kind as well, because you never know what somebody else is going through. You really just never know. So I just wanted to mention that. So happy birthday, Matthew, and happy birthday to everybody else out there. And yeah, just sending you so much love from here in London. I think that is it. I would like to say, of course, a huge thank you to you all for watching again, for all your comments, for all your feedback. Don't forget, I'm really looking forward to reading your stories about how Lillian Ethel lost her Dr. West's Miracle Tuft toothbrush. And I would like to say as well, a very big thank you to everybody who has donated to my Super Thanks and to my Ko-fi account. I appreciate each and every one of you. You are all extremely special, and make sure you take some time out this week to do something that you really enjoy. And I'm looking forward to being back very soon with more mudlarking adventures. And in the meantime, take care and lots of love to you all. Bye-bye.
Hoping you would stay, but I've always known you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna